Welcome to Expedition Sea Nest. In this episode, find out how long it took for us to get from Bimini to Miami in the winter. You'll be amazed. We fished, caught mahi, easily checked into the country using the CBP app, and visited a historical landmark in Florida. Here we are leaving Bimini. The last look at this absolutely beautiful water from the Bahamas. We really look forward to coming back. We said goodbye to the Bahamas' crystal clear blue water, guava duff cake, and hello to Florida, good old apple pie, or better yet, key lime pie. See how nice and flat that was? That is the kind of flat water you want when you're crossing the Gulf.
I don't know if it's going to stay like this though. Let's see, what we're going to do is we're going to, obviously once we hit the Gulf Stream, the waves are going to pick up. But we'll see. We've decided not to troll. Julie and I are just going to run as far as we can today, because I know this afternoon we're supposed to get higher winds, like 15 knot winds from the southeast. So we can see that there's already getting to be some wind picking up out here. So we decided to run, but what we're going to do is we're going to look for birds. Look for birds or any fish breaking on the surface, and we'll stop and we'll fish those, and then we'll get back up on plane again and run again until we find our next spot of fish. And that's going to be a better way of doing this, still trying to get across the Gulf Stream in a good time. There goes two ducks. Look there what we want.
To fish or not to fish?
Yeah. We're going to try. Usually, you know, if a tuna or you know, something's fishing on the surface, if we find a good, we also find a good weed line, we'll stop and we'll troll down the edge of that weed line, because that's a great place to get mahi. And we haven't had a mahi yet this trip, so we'd really like to get one. 3 months, but I would thought we would have caught more mahi than that. We did really well on the blackfin. We probably caught 10 or 12 blackfin during this trip. But and we got some kingfish and Spanish mackerel, or Cyril mackerel, I think they were. And what else did we get? Bonita, lots of barracuda. So overall, it was still a good trip, and I mean, if I had a choice between mahi and blackfin, seared blackfin is just amazing. Let's see what this boat can do. We got both trim tabs up now. We got some swells from the freighters. We're gonna, trim the motor up. Trim the motor up here. Alright. We're now doing 38 miles an hour with a boat that's probably more loaded than anyone's ever going to put in a boat. And about this, this particular boat, the Ranger Tug R25. We're doing almost 39, we're almost doing 40 miles an hour. I'm gonna play the trim a little bit more. Now we're starting up. We're gonna trim the motor down. We're starting to porpoise like this. That means you're trimming your motors too high. If you got a choice, you can use your trim tabs, or you can use the motor. I'm going to use the motor because my trim tabs create more drag. There we go. All right, we're doing 38.5 miles an hour with a boat that's way overloaded. And I believe I can get 45 out of this when the boat's light. So this is, I'm going to pull it down now. No need to work this engine that hard. starting to get into some bigger swells here. Okay, we're now doing 34 miles an hour, and I'm getting 1.6 miles per gallon, which is really good.
Oh, we feel like we just left Bimini and we can already see the skyline of Miami. It's amazing how close it actually looks.
Yeah, it was 25 miles away. I thought we were looking at sails, like from sailboats. Look at all those sailboats. And they're just skyscrapers standing up. I mean, we can't see land yet. We're 23 miles now from land. But I think it's 12. Normally you can see land, I think, at 12 miles. Yeah. Oh, that's, we got some more.
Couldn't have asked for a nicer day.
Oh man, this is crazy. So comfortable with the windows open and cruising along. We stopped and we fished one weed line. Nothing. We're gonna look for another weed line, and we're looking for what looks like white water, like white caps. You see those white caps, typically that's either tuna or something buffing on the surface. We haven't seen any of that yet.
We'll keep you posted. We timed it, and from start to finish, it only took us an hour and a half to do the crossing from Bimini to Miami. Can you believe it? In the wintertime? We were amazed. Months earlier, the crossing took us between 8 and 9 hours, so this was considerably shorter.
What is it?
There's something tiny.
Oh, it's a little bar jack or something. Oh, yeah, look at that. You can see that? That's what they call a bar jack. See that?
Right on this side.
Beautiful, isn't it? But that was weird. I think we saw a manatee sitting out there. It was just huge.
Stuck its head up.
Yeah. There's a little bar jack. Back in the water you go. I think we're going to get caught in the other line though. Yeah, would you? Just wait, get that line in as fast as you can. Quick, 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 yeah. Okay, slow down, slow down. Lift your rod as high as you can. Okay, that's right. Atta girl. All right.
Put it in the other
Rod holder, yeah. Gosh me.
Can I leave it in the water? Or?
Yeah. Just do that. That's fine. Okay, you just film.
Take the tip off.
All right. Hey, I think we have a mahi. Are you in gear? Put it in neutral, Joel. Put it in gear because we're going to run into the grass here.
No, that's neutral.
All right. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there we go. Woo! A little, not a big one, but still a nice one.
Oh, wow.
Look how beautiful that is, huh? Oh, nice. Wonderful fish. Wonderful.
Way to go!
Yeah, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm just going to grab it here. I think it's hooked good enough. I'm just going to hand bomb it in from here.
Do you want a bucket? Do you need a bucket?
Just a minute, Joe. Let me just get it in the boat first.
All right, hang on.
I was going to get that rag out.
I think I better just stick him down. He's gonna get.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
That's exciting.
Look at all the bloody sprayed everywhere.
Boy, that's why I was going to get the rag. Here's the rag at the bottom. There you go. Well done! Well done!
Get the other rag out too. Yay!
Yay! That's exciting.
That is there's a beautiful fish right there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Isn't that pretty?
That's a beautiful...
Get that before it loses its color so quickly.
Saragasso is usually found in a region called the Saragasso Sea, where it tends to circulate in a vortex called a gyre through a 5 million square kilometer belt that runs from Chesapeake Bay to the mid-Atlantic, all the way to the Caribbean. However, Saragasso can clump together, creating rafts or patches. The Mahi like to hide under these patches.
Look at that little guy. We're going to put that one back so he can grow up. Isn't that beautiful, though? Yeah. There you go.
That's a nice
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's go again, babe. We just entered Miami. We actually stopped and fished some grass on the way in, some floating grass. Saragasso grass, I believe it's called. That we saw, and then we're just rolling in here. We got 2 mahi. One was small. We let it go. But we're pulling in here. This is Bill Bragg State Park. And it's a beautiful little park. There's we're going to anchor out in front here, and then we're going to contact the immigration and customs.
Online.
Apparently we can do it all online. So we uploaded the app, and it makes things a lot easier instead of having to find a place to dock and then run somewhere. Hopefully it works. Never done this before.
We just wanted to give you the rundown on how we re-entered the United States from the Bahamas to Miami. We anchored in, what's the name of this area?
Bill Bragg State Park.
Bill Bragg State Park. Bill Bragg State Park. And we anchored up, we set up the Starlink, and we got our internet connection. Then I went to my CBP Roam app that I already signed up for when I was in the Bahamas. So I already registered on my phone with all the information of our vessel, etc., etc. So it says log in or sign up. So I signed up already when I had internet in the Bahamas. So it knows me. Now I tried to do this on my iPad when I got here because I thought that they would want to do a video call, and I find that the video camera works better on that than my phone, and if I had to access something, I wouldn't want to do it all on my phone. As it turned out, it didn't recognize my iPad. I would have had to resubmit all of the information, probably something I did incorrectly. So just for fun, I went back to my phone and I just logged in via my phone, and all of my information and my passports that I had already photographed and downloaded came up. So everything worked really simply on my phone. So once you log in, you put your email address and your password, which I created when I initially set up the account. You punch that in, and then I'm just going to show you the screenshots that I took. So this is what comes up. Once you put in all of your information for your vessel, and that you answer the questions, whether you have a certain amount of money or products entering the United States, no to all of those questions, then this comes up and it says, gives you a request number, and then it says your request is being submitted. So it says status pending, and a little red bar kind of goes along here to show that it's actually working. So I timed it, and it took actually about 12 minutes. Took about 12 minutes for that to run through, and then this it also gave me the request to get a cruising license at the same time, which we did. So the first thing that came up was my application for the cruising license was approved, And then the second thing that came up was that my request, which I wrote down earlier, and it is the same number, my request has been approved for entering the United States. Enjoy your stay. Status approved, close. I took a screenshot of both of those things just in case I might need them in the future. I find it's always good to do so. And that's it. We're free to go. So that's our first time doing this, and I'm just happy to say that it's really, really simple as long as you have an internet connection. So Michael did his homework, and he was watching other YouTubers, or what was it? How did you find out about this?
I can't remember, but it works. It works, and now we are free to cruise the good old US of A. So I'm gonna put up my I have my yellow flag, which is the quarantine flag. I'm now going to take that down, and I'm going to put up my
American.
Yeah, the Stars and Stripes.
Okay, great. Boca Chita Key Historic District covers an area of 110 acres within Biscayne National Park. Mark Honeywell and his wife owned and developed the island in 1937 as a holiday resort. They built multiple limestone and concrete structures, including the lighthouse, which was decommissioned early on due to infractions not cleared with the Coast Guard. Oh, boy.
That's good fun for legs that aren't used to being any place on a boat and walking on the beach. Please close the door before we leave. Well, it's locked.
Up top.
Huh? Oh.
Down below. And down below. There's another one down there. Oh my gosh, you actually can't get out here.
Oh, wow. Whew. There's a nice breeze.
Oh, no mosquitoes up here.
Yeah, no mosquitoes up here.
Guests were welcomed with a blast from cannons mounted on the shoreline, and even, get this, an elephant. As an industrialist, Honeywell developed a hot water home heating system, and his company made thermostats and controls for heating systems as early as 1906. We spent some time exploring the island and the walking path, but the mosquitoes close to the mangroves were ferocious.
There's so many bugs.
And we know mosquitoes, but even for us, they were terrible.
It's a good thing it was a short trail. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. I can still feel them, they're just swarming me. They're on the back of your legs as well. Oh, it's not far to get back now. Well, our stay at Biscayne Park was cut short due to the mosquitoes and the rainstorm. So we decided to anchor out, find a breeze, and it just was too hot. I thought that was still a mosquito on my leg. So we're finding a little spot to anchor that's just offshore out from the park. And hopefully that'll be the right decision. That was a day of extremes.
Yeah, no kidding. We just came from a place that was hot and mosquito infested, and it was actually a beautiful park, but I think if there was lots of wind, you'd probably really enjoy it there. But I think when there's no wind like that, and I can't even imagine what it'd be like in the summertime. I can't even imagine.
The heat and the bugs.
Yeah.
Crazy, and now it's raining, so we just had a shower in the rain and cooled us off.
Yeah, we're running out of fresh water. Our tank is really low, and so we just thought we'd use the rain to keep us, to make us wet and cool us down, and that was a good idea.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you're removing the bloodline?
Yes. Removing and people, I don't really mind the bloodline, but a lot of people say it's just not good. But I haven't noticed that, but I've made it a habit of taking the bloodline out of my fish, which is kind of a shame because it sort of divides the fish into two halves. But that's what I've been doing. I've been removing this bloodline. I wonder if we should eat it on this one, Jewel. But so this is Mahi, and it used to be called dolphin years ago when I was a boy and I worked on the charter boats here in Florida. And now it's called the Hawaiian name, Mahi. If you go to Mexico, it's called Dorado. There, and I'm cutting it on an angle. It's not just cutting it straight down. I'm cutting on an angle because I don't want to waste too much fish. Because the other side is very thin. If you look at it, it's shaped like a wedge, you see? There's the other side. It's very wedge shaped, so it's shaped like a triangle if you look at that end. And that's what we've just removed. I'm putting that back, giving it back to the fish, and we are done. And there's our Mahi done now in 4 pieces. My plan now is to grill this on the barbecue while we sit in view of Miami. I can see the skyscrapers of Miami.
Yeah.